My thing is, what do a person need to do to get help out here? When somebody yells help, they're actually talking to you. They're talking to you. They're talking to you. They're talking to anybody who can hear them within that vicinity of them yelling help. Somebody help me, is what this young man asked. And you got people peeking out their windows, hearing gunshot, calling 911, talking about this, somebody yelling help. It sounds like a young kid. Peeking out their windows, seeing this man being harassed at this location right here. They don't want to go to the window. Now, I understand some people could be scared. If you're not capable of doing anything, that might be, maybe you should call for 911. But if you got men around, if you got somebody who is capable of coming out here and sticking their head out that window right there and just saying, hey, what's going on down here? They might have prevented this man's life from being taken, this young man's life from being taken. But they chose not to do nothing about it. They chose not to do anything about it. They mind their business right behind me. They mind their business. They didn't want to do nothing but call 911. Now, I can't help myself but to believe that I know me. I would have been out here saying, yo, what's going on out here? I have done it on many occasions. And I know there's people out here that's like me that do understand what I'm saying. It's a shame that something like this will go down, that this young man will lose his life like this. I tell you, it brings anger. It brings rage. But I know we can't respond like that. I know we can't. We cannot respond to the fact, because then we'll be no better than the man who shot him, which is Zimmerman. Stereotype this man as he was walking down these streets because he had on a hoodie coming from the storm. And this man had a gun. Watchman with a gun. They told this man, they said, sir, we do not need you to do that. They told him, we don't need you to do that. He still followed this man. He still took it upon his own self to do his own thing, which is the major problem here. Which is the major problem here. And that seems really, really, really bad. It's a shame. There's a lady right behind me now taking pictures of the great site for Trayvon. We all love you, Trayvon. We all are supporting the family of Trayvon for what happened to him. Excuse my language. I'm trying to remain calm as this day go on, as I stand over here by this grave site for this young man, Trayvon. It's a shame. You can't bring a gun to a skittle fight. It just don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. It's a beautiful day out here. Trayvon is not here to witness this day. And you know the funny part about this thing is this. When Trayvon had the autopsy, from my understanding, they checked him to see if he had any drugs in his system. But yet they couldn't check Zimmerman. Now Trayvon is dead, and they checked him for drugs, and Zimmerman is alive, and they didn't even check him for drugs. The man sounded high to me on the phone, if you ask me. He sounded a little high, disorientated. That little prejudice that he had probably just came out, because you know when we get a little high or we drink, we seem to intensify whatever it is that's inside of us. Okay? They have yet to check this man. They didn't check him for anything. Now it's too late. You'll never know if he had drugs in the system now. Too late now. Also, he's still walking free. Okay? Now, this man Zimmerman made a comment the other day about he feared for his life. But he had disregards for Trayvon's life. I bet you when they do arrest this man, I bet you they're gonna cover him like the president. Have all kind of security around him like he's the president. They try to protect his life. What? Come on, Florida Sheriff Department. Mr. Bill Lee stepped down temporarily. Trayvon didn't lose his life temporarily. He lost it for good. You need to go, sir. You and your little whole department, you've been in trouble before, and here you go now. But they look at us like we the bad guys. They make their own laws to suit their own ways. Okay? It's a shame. It's a shame. Justice will be served. If you don't get judged down here on earth, you will be in heaven. You got a little lawyer now. They're going to claim that stand your ground law down here, but it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. It's simply not going to work. God is not going to allow it. Well, I'm going back home. I got up early this morning for this. Families, let's get more involved in somebody who needs help. Don't mind your business. If you see somebody that's their stature is not as great as a person who's intimidated. Excuse me. Don't be afraid to stand in there. You got to make your sacrifice. Make a sacrifice. Let me tell you something. When you avoid something, or you think you're avoiding death, or you're avoiding any kind of certain situation, that's because you're supposed to avoid it. Your life has been planned out already. God knows exactly how your life is going to end up. Okay, and when it's your time, it's your time. We hear about people that get shot in the head, who got run over by a car, and they still live. You know why? Because it wasn't their time yet. If that is your time to go for assisting somebody and to the saving of their lives, then that was the way you were supposed to go. Okay? But if you intervene and you get through it because that's the way it was supposed to happen. I'm quite sure that these people, if they would have intervened in Trayvon's harassment over here, I'm quite sure Zimmerman thought he was protecting these people, so I'm quite sure he would not have said anything to them or did any damage to them, because this is the people he claimed he was protecting. Okay, the watchman over these people. You can't be afraid for your life when it comes to things like that. Depending on what the situation is, I guess. It depends on if you're a smaller person, the other guy is bigger. Some people are all crazy out here, and you got to be careful. Maybe I'm wrong for saying that, but that's just the way I feel. Let's get the love game going. There's too much hate around here. Let's get the love game around here. We got to love one another. We're all family. You guys take care. God loves you. See you later.